Okay, so now we've got our switch box that's paired up and connected to our iPad. We've got two switches plugged into switch port 1 and switch port 2. They are then set up in the switch control area of the iOS for each an action, and we've set recipes up to go to turn pages when we turn on switch control. So I'm now going to turn on switch control, and now I'm going to go to iBooks. Now we could go to any application that makes use of left and right swipe, but for the purposes of this we're going to use iBooks. So iBooks can read PDFs, but it can read also iBooks that you download from the Apple Store. If you wanted to, you could use the Kindle reader or any other application that makes use of this left and right. So now we've got one switch plugged into the switch 1 and one switch plugged into plug 2. So switch 1 goes back, switch 2 goes forward, and that is as simple as it gets. That is your switch recipe for left and right. So now if you're coming to set this up from that once all the device is paired, all you'll need to do is make sure that switch recipes are turned on, or the actual switch control is turned on. And you can do that by going into here, so settings, go back to accessibility and make sure it's turned on. There is a quick way of doing this as well, which is to go back to the accessibility menu, and go down to accessibility shortcut right down the bottom here. An accessibility shortcut allows you to then control what happens when you press the home button 3 times. I'm just going to turn that off for a moment. So now, if I want to use the iPad normally, I can. If I want to make sure that switch control is on, I press the button 3 times and turn it off 3 times too. And you can see here it said switch controls now on. So that's all you need to do. So basically make sure from here on in that your switch box is turned on. You might need to make sure it's charged in the charging port, and that it's connecting to the device, and make sure switch control's on, and you turn it to the actual iBooks application from here. If you want to go to full device scanning, you can. It's just realised that actually for simple book reading this is all you need to do. Okay, hope that helps. Any problems, by all means drop us a line. Thanks very much.